Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about Venn diagrams, basically how we're going to analyze them in order to create them and get information out of them that we need, okay? So a Venn diagram is an organizational tool that we deal with problems that involve overlapping solutions. Now, you've probably seen these in English class, right? You create a Venn diagram and you use it to say, okay, these are the things, how they're different, and then the things that they share that are the same, okay? In math, it means the exact same thing. It's going to cover the same amount of material. So the middle of your Venn diagram is going to be what both things have, and then each individual circle on the outside will be what only each individual thing has, okay? So here's an example. There's what a Venn diagram looks like, as you know from English class, okay? And here's the kind of problem you could get that you wouldn't need a Venn diagram for. So John took a poll of students to see who liked ketchup and who liked mustard. Of the 50 people he polled, 40 liked ketchup, 20 liked mustard, and 15 liked both. Make a Venn diagram to represent this information. Now, you have to be very careful when you go to do this, because if you don't think about it, and if you're just going really quick, you would probably say, oh, you know, it says 40 people like ketchup. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to write 40 over here for ketchup. And it says 20 like mustard, I'm going to put that here, and 15 like both, I'll put that here. That's what somebody who's rushing would do. However, when you look at it, there's 50 total people that he polls. If I add these up, it adds up to 75. That's way more the number of people I polled. How is that possible? It's because this number that they're talking about, how many like ketchup, includes the people who like both. So I have to be very careful about how I fill this out. So here's what I'm actually going to do. When I go to fill in a Venn diagram, I always start by filling in the both column first, okay? So we're going to start by filling in the both because it's the number I see right here. 15 like both, 15 is going to go in this spot right here. Then I look at the other ones. So I have 40 people like ketchup, 20 people like mustard, and I can figure out how many people fit into those categories by subtracting the 15, okay? So if 20 people like mustard, but 15 of them are already being accounted for in the both column, that means 5 people are left over to be in the only mustard spot, okay? Same thing with the other one. If 40 people like ketchup, but 15 of them are already being accounted for in the both spot, then 25 of them like only ketchup, and I can put that here. Now, you'll notice again, so here's my finished Venn diagram, but 50 people I polled, if I add these numbers up, I'm going to get to 45. What happened to the other 5 people? Well, if they're not in your Venn diagrams, it means they're in the none, which is kind of like a secret category, okay? So how many people like neither ketchup nor mustard? Looks like 5 people. Maybe they're relish people. Maybe it's like plain hot dogs, like weirdos, okay? But they are kind of like a secret category, the none section, that doesn't go in your circles, okay? So that's something to pay attention to, all right? There you go. Okay, so here's our question. Now, after we make this Venn diagram, sometimes what they'll do is they'll then ask us questions about the Venn diagram that we made, okay? So, again, the way we're getting these numbers is if 40 people like ketchup, we have 15 like both, we can subtract that, and that's going to get us our number down here. And so then they're going to ask us, okay, well then, looking at your Venn diagram, how many people only like ketchup? So that would be the people in this circle over here, not in the both circle, because these people only like ketchup. That would be 25 people. How many people only like mustard? That would be this section over here. So 5 people only like mustard. Both is the middle, so that's going to be 15. And then again, we talked about the none, the people like neither. That would be basically who's not in your Venn diagram. I talked to 50 people, 45 of them are in my Venn diagram, so the 5 people who are not, they must like neither. They're not a mustard or a ketchup kind of person, okay? So here's what I want you all to do, okay? I want you to go ahead and I want you to go ahead and access the Nearpod assignment that's here, okay? It's going to walk you through, it has all these slides in there so you can reference them there, but it's also going to walk you through some problems for you to try and some other things to see, and it'll kind of walk you through how to do this, okay? So thank you all for watching.